Welcome to exciting archaeology news. Join us in our epic quest of discovery as we uncover the baffling tales of 7 unexplained ancient civilizations that vanished into thin air. From the mysterious Cahokia to the legendary Greenland Vikings, these lost worlds hold the keys to untold mysteries, prompting us to seek the answers that have eluded scholars for centuries. But that's not all. Brace yourselves for captivating insights and mind-bending theories that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Make sure to hit that subscribe button now to ensure you don't miss a single revelation. And now the journey begins. Our expedition begins with the Cahokia at number 7. Nestled in present-day Illinois, this city reached its zenith around the turn of the first millennium. A hub of North America's Mississippian culture, Cahokia's landscape was adorned with monumental earthen mounds that served as residences, ceremonial centers, meeting points, and final resting places. This bustling metropolis of up to 20,000 inhabitants flourished with maize-farming folk, skilled artisans fashioning intricate clay vessels and sculptures, and even ancient stargazers who tracked time through Stonehenge-like timber circles. From its humble 700 AD beginnings, Cahokia burgeoned into a metropolis rivaling the grandeur of London and Paris by 1050. Astonishingly, within a mere 200 years, the once thriving society vanished, leaving behind its colossal earthworks and evoking myriad theories about its demise. Theories span from ecological calamities to clashes with neighboring groups, yet the absence of conclusive evidence leaves the truth shrouded in uncertainty. Recent research, led by Caitlin Rankin, an archaeologist from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, debunks one commonly proposed theory. Published in the Journal of Geoarchaeology, this study reveals that the soil surrounding Cahokia's mounds remained stable until the 1800s, centuries after the Mississippians' departure. This finding discounts the notion of rampant deforestation triggering erosion and flooding, as materials might have been reused. The absence of written records compels scholars to decipher Cahokia's secrets through artifacts, and while its decline was gradual, the factors behind its exodus, whether political discord, conflict, drought, or disease, remain elusive. Transitioning to number 6 on our journey of vanishing civilizations, we encounter the kingdom of Axum, hidden within the rugged landscapes of northern Ethiopia. This realm, reigning from the 1st to the 10th century AD, commanded an expanse stretching across modern Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Sudan. While the veils of time obscure many aspects of its ascent and decline, one truth stands clear. Axum was an eminent powerhouse of its era. Resourcefulness and innovation were its hallmarks, as the Axumites ingeniously nurtured a thriving society and economy, the envy of neighboring lands. Central to their success was strategic trade, facilitated by their kingdom's favorable location bridging Europe, Africa, and Asia. Possessing coveted commodities such as gold and ivory, they engaged for iron, steel, weaponry, and spices. Abundant wealth funded the hiring of elite ships, weaponry, and warriors, enabling them to conquer neighboring realms and expand their domain. Their prowess extended to construction, evident in the enduring obelisks towering over Axum to this day. The Axumites' rise may have been catalyzed by climate change, notably a climactic shift in the 1st century AD, which doubled the length of their growing season, promoting bountiful harvests. Their remarkable achievements notwithstanding, their kingdom's fortitude weakened over time. By 960 AD, Axum's demise culminated in the overthrow of its royal family by the legendary warrior queen Gudit. Theories abound, suggesting prolonged drought diminished the fertile conditions that propelled their growth, resulting in crop failure and vulnerability to invasion. Alternatively, a mysterious plague, similar to the European bubonic plague, may have decimated their population. Our expedition of historical enigmas now brings us to the intriguing tale of the Greenland Vikings at number 5. Around 1000 AD, intrepid Vikings set sail for Greenland and met with a prosperous land teeming with wildlife yielding meat, fat, and ivory. For centuries they established 2 robust colonies, each harboring thousands. Yet by the early to mid-15th century, these once thriving settlements inexplicably vanished. Initial theories pointed to their cultural rigidity and ill-suited farming methods. However, recent insights paint a different picture, suggesting the Vikings did adapt to their surroundings and hint at political shifts as the likely catalyst for their demise. The last glimpses of the Greenland Vikings surface in inscriptions and letters from the early 1400s referencing a Viking couple seeking refuge after being diverted off course during their voyage from Norway to Iceland. Curiously, these documents lack any ominous foreshadowing of calamity, implying their fall caught the world unaware. European explorers later stumbled upon Viking ruins, but no trace of the inhabitants. Modern studies involving radiocarbon dating of mud from a former Viking settlement's lakebed reveal a progressive drying of the climate during their occupation, rendering farming and Norse lifestyles less viable. While the role of drought in their disappearance gains consensus, skeptics contend that resourceful Vikings could have found ways to adapt. Our journey proceeds to number 4, the Harappans of the Indus Valley Civilization. Once an expansive empire over 8,000 years ago, the Harappans experienced their zenith around 2500 BC, thriving across modern-day India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. This remarkable civilization, spanning nearly 400,000 square miles, boasted sophisticated agriculture and sewage systems, a written language, and a population potentially exceeding 5 million during its prime. However, by 1800 BC, the Harappans began abandoning their cities, marking the beginning of their mysterious decline. Intricately planned cities and advanced infrastructure define the Harappans' legacy. Their mastery of irrigation and urban planning positioned them ahead of their time. As they flourished, a shift in the monsoon cycle emerged as a pivotal factor in their downfall. This climactic disruption severely impacted crop production, forcing a migration from their once thriving settlements. Contrary to previous theories suggesting an Aryan invasion, modern research points to natural forces. The drying of riverbeds followed by sudden floods potentially inflicted heavy losses on the population. Natural disasters like earthquakes or epidemics might have also played a role, silencing the once bustling Indus Valley Civilization. Venturing further into the realms of history, we now arrive at number 3, Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui. Despite captivating our imagination, the legacy of their creators remains mysterious. The Rapa Nui people arrived around 1200 AD, swiftly establishing their society amid the island's lush forests and diverse ecosystem. Their ingenuity led to advanced agricultural methods, enabling them to thrive in challenging and isolated environments. The moai, monumental stone sculptures weighing up to 75 tons, stand as striking expressions of Rapa Nui culture. Carved from volcanic rock and placed on platforms across the island, these statues, some towering over 30 feet, held intricate details and symbolic features tied to religious practices. Today, the moai remain the sole remnants of the Rapa Nui civilization, offering vital clues to its downfall. As time passed, their society became fixated on creating these statues, resulting in over 900 scattered around the island. However, this endeavor depleted resources and cleared forests, creating farmland and tools for moving the massive figures. By the 16th century, deforestation crippled their way of life, preventing boat builders and fishing. Their reliance on rats and later cannibalism marked their desperate struggle. The decline of the Rapa Nui society was swift and unforgiving. European explorers in the 18th century found only remnants of the once thriving civilization responsible for the awe-inspiring stone statues. Some theories propose intentional downsizing to match the environment's capacity, but the tale of overexploitation, ecological disruption, and societal collapse remains a timeless cautionary tale. This narrative serves as a strong reminder to sustainably manage Earth's resources, avoiding the fate of those who once walked Easter Island's shores. Our journey through the realms of vanished civilizations takes us to number 2, Catalhoyuk, a beguiling archaeological marvel nestled within modern-day Turkey. This enigmatic settlement, dating back over 9,500 years, beckons with its intricate architecture, vibrant art, and rich cultural heritage. Flourishing as a bustling metropolis at its zenith, Catalhoyuk thrived with densely packed mud houses, adorned by the enigmatic display of livestock skulls and sophisticated wall paintings. Its labyrinthine streets and interconnecting tunnels once housed around 8,000 inhabitants across a sprawling 34-acre expanse. The enigma of Çatalhöyük stems from its antiquity, with limited knowledge of its inhabitants gleaned from recovered artifacts. The first major excavation in 1961, led by British archaeologist James Maillart, unearthed tens of thousands of artifacts, including intriguing plaster-adorned human skulls. Advanced economic, cultural, and societal practices are hinted at, despite our scant understanding of its inhabitants. Egalitarianism appears to be a hallmark, with homes devoid of visible power hierarchies and wealth equality, evidenced by similar belongings among households. Intriguingly, deviations from social norms resulting in shunning or exile, as indicated by fractured skulls that suggest non-fatal pelting with projectiles. While Catalhoyuk's achievements are evident, its people eventually vanished, leaving behind a puzzle-riddled legacy. Hypotheses about their disappearance range from environmental shifts like drought or climate change to shifting economic or societal dynamics due to emerging civilizations. The enigmatic exodus of the people of Çatalhöyük saw them perhaps migrating elsewhere, relinquishing their once thriving city to slow ruin. Last but not least, our journey through the mysteries of history concludes with the captivating tale of the Sea Peoples at number 1. Amid the Late Bronze Age, the Mediterranean world was plunged into chaos by the enigmatic Sea Peoples. Emerging as swift and seafaring marauders, they struck coastal towns and trade routes with devastating force, triggering a cascade of events that led to the collapse of mighty empires like the Hittite, Mycenaean, and Mitanni kingdoms. Yet their true identity and motives have remained an enigma, enveloped in the shadows of history. The era of the Sea Peoples marked the twilight of the Bronze Age, a time characterized by upheaval and transformation. The Sea Peoples' emergence, as abrupt as it was bewildering, and the Bronze Age collapse they contributed to, was nothing short of seismic. Even today, their origins and legacy continue to elude us. Evidence from antiquity is scant, further deepening the enigma. Ancient tablets found predominantly in Egypt contain vague references to naval confrontations, but seldom mention the Sea Peoples directly. Despite their supposed confrontations with eminent pharaohs like Ramses II, specifics remain elusive. One inscription from Ramses II's era chillingly warns of invaders emerging from the sea in their warships, an ominous testament to their ferocity. Their disappearance from historical records is as baffling as their arrival. After 1178 BC, all mention of the Sea Peoples abruptly vanishes. Clues to their fate are as elusive as the waves that once carried them, leaving us to ponder their ultimate destiny. The annals of history provide no closure, and the Sea Peoples vanish just as mysteriously as the civilizations they potentially overtook. In their wake, theories abound to illuminate their origins and enigmatic demise. Some postulate that they might have been displaced Trojans, while others suggest a coalition of disparate naval raiding tribes from Central Europe. Did they assimilate into settled societies, fall before a rival force, or, as the records ominously hint, vanish from existence? That concludes our journey through the mysterious tales of vanished civilizations. The mysteries of the past continue to inspire us. Make sure you're a part of our next adventure by subscribing to exciting archaeology news. Unearth the secrets of history with us. Stay curious.